Okay, so today is the third tutorial in the Anime Node Basics series. Today we'll be speaking about how the Coloramp is used together with the image node. Quick message before we begin. I wanted to do something special for the beginning of the year, so these two anime environments will be up on the Patreon. One will be for free members, this one, and the other will be for paid members. Hope you guys enjoy, and I hope this year brings a lot of new information and growth for everybody. So let's get started. So the Coloramp is another important node while anime texturing. This will be used with a number of nodes such as the image node, any texture node like the noise texture or the mask wave texture, or the gradient node as we used before, and many other nodes. But today we'll just be speaking about the basics of the Coloramp through the example of using it with the image node. So we have the scene here. So this cloud has a background, it's not a PNG. So what we want to do is we want to take away the background so that it can be a cloud in our environment. We could do this in Photoshop or any other photo editing software, but if we do it in Blender, we'll have more control over it and you could change a number of things if you wanted to. So we have our image here, and then all we need to do is make a simple notary for a transparent shader. So we have to make sure our shader is on alpha blend, and then we bring in a mix shader, an emission shader, and a transparent shader. But as you can see now, if we pull the slider, it either makes the entire image transparent or the entire image visible. And we do not want that. We want the cloud to be separate from the background. So it is very simple. We just bring in a Coloramp and we put that before the factor of the mix shader and plug in the image shader into the Coloramp. So now, as you can see, when we pull the slider, we can separate the cloud from the background through the black and white values. And now when we look at the mix shader, all we need to do is, if the emission is set to the black of the Coloramp, we must make the black the cloud, and if the emission is set to the white the Coloramp, we must make the white the cloud. And then we just move the sliders until the background is deleted and the cloud is the only thing that is standing. And there we go, now we have a nice cloud in our background. For the next example, we are going to use a rain animation. As you can see in this video player, we have a rain animation. It's a bit different from the previous one. We need to drag in the video. We need to change a few settings on this image node. So in order for this rain texture to move or to be animated, we just need to click the setting, auto refresh. And we need to set this setting to clip. And as you can see now, the thing is moving. Later on, we'll have to also click the box cycle. And it is always better to make the frames of the image node more than the frames on your timeline so that it won't stuck awkwardly in the middle. It'll just keep on going like a loop. And now we can just make another basic transparent shader node tree. So mix shader, emission shader, transparent shader, and set the texture to alpha blend. And now what we want to do is simple again. We bring in a Coloramp, we put it between the factor of the mix shader and the image node, and we play around with the slider. And it also helps to bring the emission strength up a bit so that it shines more and that is more visible, because these raindrops are very thin. So the Coloramp will have a little bit of trouble showing it off if the emission doesn't help it with its strength. And now we have separated the rain from its background, and now all you need to do is click that box of cycle and bring up the frame rate of the image node. And now we have our nice animation to act as our rain in our environment. And obviously you can use the Coloramp for many other things. But that is it for today. Hope you learned something and hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. On it, bye.